Turning our focus to Africa now and continued efforts to bring clean energy to impoverished countries in the continent. Israeli activists and companies have been at the forefront in their mission to show how solar power can be implemented in developing markets while decreasing dependency on equipment that pollutes the environment. So for more insight on the story, we now welcome activist Josef Abramowitz, the president and CEO of Energia Global Capital and Israel's solar pioneer. And he joins us live from the West African country of Liberia. He's in Monrovia right now. Josef, welcome, and thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Benita.
So 12 African countries have nominated you for the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize for your solar work. To start, tell us how that feels. It must be pretty good.
Through an incredible accident of history, I was actually Elie Wiesel's student when he won the Nobel Peace Prize. And so he was educating us to do great things for humanity from a Jewish perspective. So my first thought was, that he's smiling down, on his former student. We haven't won it yet, but there's still, and I hope Greta wins. But there's a responsibility that comes, and Israel does have the potential to be a superpower here in Africa, and I just pray that we deserve this honor, and that we can really deliver, because there are people here counting on us.
Now, you've been quoted as saying it takes a global village to bring utility-scale green energy to where it is needed most in Africa. Give us an idea of the scale of your work. How many countries are you working in on the continent at the moment?
So we're working in 10 different countries at different stages of development. The field in Rwanda is supplying, when we plug it in, 6% of the country. We're finishing a field in Burundi that will supply 15% of the country. I'm here in Liberia trying so hard to get the first solar license that will supply about half the country's power. And I have big news, especially for my friend Elon Goldstein, who I hope is watching. Only moments ago, we signed an implementation agreement in Zambia for the first wind-solar co-located hybrid solar field wind farm. Because when the sun is up, there's a lot of power. When the sun goes down, the wind goes up. So we're in South Sudan. We're in many countries at different stages of development. It is hard to do. It does take a global village. We work closely with the U.S. State Department. We work with the Israeli Foreign Ministry and our international finance partners from America, from the Dutch partners, our British partners, and others. It hadn't been done before. We did the first one. It takes the World Bank. But there's 600 million people without access to power, and another couple hundred million burning expensive and polluting diesel. And we look forward to working with the Biden-Harris administration, who are prioritizing now climate in a whole new way. Please God, we'll be able to get all of these 10 countries to go 100% renewable.
For sure.
Today, 2030.
And congratulations on this new agreement for people in Zambia. Obviously, that would be a huge game changer. Of course, what kind of coordination or support do you receive from African governments and organizations where you're working?
Energy is very tricky because of the history of the fossil fuel industry, which isn't so glorious. We have to work hand in hand with African governments, but we also have to be able to work with the international community. We always look for local representatives. In Rwanda, we're working with an orphan youth village, Agahozo Shalom, always trying to bring additional benefits. It's really the Golda Meir technical assistance vision. It's a business model for Tikkun Olam. In Ethiopia, we're working with universities, for example. And so it takes, you need to work hand in hand with local governments, with national governments, and international finance. So it's tricky. It takes time. It took us a long time in Israel to get the first solar field too, but we're thankfully making progress.
Well, we certainly wish you all the very best, and it's very noble of you to say that Greta should get it, but I'm sure many people around the world will be holding thumbs for you. Josef Abramowitz, the president and CEO of Energia Global Capital, and Israel's solar pioneer, speaking to us from Monrovia in Liberia. Thank you so much. All the best and be well.
China, thank you so much.